What's going on, family? It's the entertainer, the motivated, the educated Lucky Murray, back with another episode of Coach Lucky. Hey, man, I think that this is going to be the year. This is going to be the year, man. I am. It's super nerve-wracking to coach. So I think I need to start off with today. My son is currently in the hospital now. He had a particular brain injury, a traumatic brain injury that happened to him when he was born, and he lost a lot of oxygen. So he was having trouble feeding from his G-tube. So my wife is currently right now at the hospital with him. So I had to bring my kids with me, man. I had all the kiddos with me. As you know, my son Jacoby is on my team this year. He was on my team last year, and this year he's on the team. So I was like, man, I had him that I was coaching, and also I had everybody else that was coaching. So got to the game, man. Had to set up the cameras, bro. Like, I'm using GoPros this year. So last week, somehow the cameras didn't turn on. So I was like, oh man, the cameras didn't turn on. I don't know what's going on. I was scared. So this week, I placed them and I just started recording them. I just put them on record. And I went. So as practice started, man, what we did was I like to get them warmed up. I like to have them running around the lap twice. The only thing about Fountain Inn Rec is that I wish we had more gym space, and hopefully in the years down the road we can have a little bit more gym space, because as soon as the other team goes off, we come in. So we had to legitimately get them going, and the kids were just running around people and running through people. And as they was getting, ready to go, they gave me time to get things situated. So this year I have a parent coach who's coaching with me, Coach Chad. He is Dalton's father, and he's been jumping in helping me, man. I think that's gonna be a good, man. It's always good to have a parent to help you when it's time to coach. The second thing after that, we did skip tag. And basically, you get a partner and you try to go, and you try to just, one person go, the other person tries to skip and tag him. So one thing this works on right here, it works on not only elusiveness, moving and cutting and moving, but it gets their hearts pumping, it gets their body pumping, it gets all those different things that's pumping and going. So I liked it, man. The kids liked it. They have fun. It get them loose. It gets me loose. It kind of gives practice a sense of, hey, look, this is how it's going to go, and this is how it's going to be. So after we did that, man, that was really fun. I enjoyed that. I used that last year because I used Junior NBA, the app. So I learned that drill last year. And I use it again this year because, like I said before, you want the players to have fun. And at 8U, I believe that a lot of those guys, you have a few of them that know how to play basketball, some that don't. So you got a big group of people. So you get them going. So after that, man, what we did was we did dribbling. So what I like to do is right hands up, right hands back down, left hands up, left hand down, and crossover. Now you can alternate this in different ways, but for me, I feel as a coach is that in basketball, especially younger basketball, even when you get to the older kids, the 12U in the middle schools, whatever, you got to be able to pass, dribble, shoot. Before you can install complicated offensive, complicated defensive scheme, offensive scheme, they got to know how to pass, dribble, shoot. So a lot of kids, are they looking ahead while they're dribbling? Do they keep the ball down low? Another coach that kind of helped me was bending your knees. When you're coaching, sometimes you don't get everything correctly. And this is my second year coaching, so I don't necessarily have all the things together, and I'm really volunteering and helping out, and I'm learning as I go along. But in the midst of it, man, if somebody's going to help me along the way, that is going to be great. So we did that, man, and that was awesome, man. The kids, got warmed up or whatever. After that, we did free throws. Free throws is where I think that we can work on a little bit, because some kids have great form, some kids not so much. And I'm not picking on any kid in particular, but it's really hard to really get into what they do, to really get things involved when you're only working with them once a week for 1 hour, especially if basketball is not their natural sport they play. So had them out there, had them working, had them doing some great things. And the shooting free throws, just, kind of getting that form down. I got a training ball that I brought last year that I always bring with me. It's pretty much the ball that they use. It's a little smaller, but it's hand placement. But again, it is super hard to teach them that now because they're learning it now with me and the 4 to 5 practices that we do have. But as soon as the first game starts, all bets go out the window. And then once we do the free throws or whatever, and then we did a water break. We did water break. You know, they like the water breaks. I like them to get water break. You know why? Because, you know what I'm saying, they're going to get tired. Next that thing I did was a defensive shuffling drill. And now I had another coach that kind of helped me with the defensive shuffles because, A, I didn't really know. I kind of had an idea of how I was going to do a drill or whatever. But B, you know what I'm saying, this is something that I never did before. So I did it wrong, and I had them turn the wrong way. But as soon as they got it together. So basically what happens is that you slide one way, and then you turn. You start off facing the opposite side of the court. You slide up, and then you turn around. You slide up again, and then you sprint down the half court line, and you come, slide again, slide one more time, and you're done. So the one thing that I want to do is last year I didn't spend a whole lot of time installing offense. I spent a lot of time installing defense. And I think that a lot of kids get the defensive scheme a little bit, but I don't think the kids get the offensive scheme. And this year I wanted to really install a motion-based offense. So what we did was we simply just slid down, worked on that, and we kept working on it. It will look good. Like I said before, we got 7 weeks of practice tomorrow. Next week, is Thanksgiving. We don't have practice, but we do have a practice next week. So hopefully next week we can get things started. Then after we did that, we started with pass, cut, replace drill. That is the basis of our offense. We're doing a basic motion offense. And motion offense, it creates more movement with the ball if the players are disciplined. So some players got it, some players didn't get it. And like I said before, it's a simple drill. This is a simple drill where you pass it to the person on the right, the middle person, which is the point guard, cut all the way down the middle like he's going to get the ball, turn around to the opposite side. The person on the opposite end rotates back to the point guard, and the person that you pass to, they pass back to the point guard. So it's a simple pass, replace, cut drill. And, you know, they was getting it. They was working it. They was getting it, you know, but, you know, my son Jacoby, that was his first practice. So I wasn't hard on him his first practice because he didn't know what he was doing. And we never worked on that before. So he kind of got it. But the one thing that I got to get him is some shoes, man. The shoes that I got him is pretty whack. And I'm like, look, man, for me to have my son out here playing basketball, I need to have him some better shoes. Because I was cheap. I went to Amazon, got him some shoes. Not the best bet. Basketball shoes that doesn't have a name on it. They look good. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of play some, you know, you could play on the concrete. He did really good. But when he was on that court, he slid up here like a mug. So I take pleasure of coaching, you know, the 8U guys, because these are going to be the next generation of Greenville County, Greenville area basketball players. So I like that. And then we did the 3-on-3 drill to kind of end it. 3-on-3, I just wanted to see them move and see who can move and can do what. And at first, here's what happens. And I already knew it was going to happen. When I say go, everybody just moves whatever, and they try to get open. The one thing I did like is nobody said, open the ball, I'm open, pass me the ball. No, everybody just played and moved. But I started to move pieces. And the one piece that I did was I got Kobe. I got another young man named Dalton, and I got a young lady named Austin. I put them on the same team. And they finally got the motion right. They was moving, they was at least got the motion right. And this year, it's not about winning or losing. It's truly about just getting better at understanding the game of basketball, because I'm no Phil Jackson. You know, I do not claim to know every single thing when it comes to basketball, but the main thing you want to do is have them, can they move? Can they pass the ball? Can they dribble? Can they shoot? And are they having fun? Are they learning? If they can do that, then I'm doing my job as a coach, and hopefully they can learn something and continue to move forward. Because I also coach an AAU team, the SC Upstate Redhawks, and I'll be bringing y'all that too as well. I coach a little older guys, the middle school guys, 6th grade. So overall, I'm excited to say the least. It was a lot better practice. I wish I could have showed y'all last week practice, but again, my cameras did not record. So I'm going to chalk that up as an L. But like I said before, I'm going to get Jacoby some new shoes, and I'm going to continue to install the motion offense. We got it. I think we got a situation going. So I'm gonna see if I can continue to move forward, continue to move the pieces, hopefully get a starting 5 that works, and hopefully I get the backups ready so when they get in the game, they can know what they're doing. So, man, like I said, this year is going to be a blast. I'm going to take y'all through all the ups and downs, and we're going to have a very enjoyable season. So let me know what you think about it. Comment below. If you're following the season, give it a thumbs up. This is my episode show, the Coach Lucky, where I bring you into the mindset of Coach Lucky. Yeah, I'm a rapper too, but I'm also a coach. And hey, we're going to keep this going. We're going to see how it does, man. So let me know what y'all think about this. Comment below. But till next time, people.